Hello everyone, my name is Zabad and I am the CEO and the founder of The Connector. And in this video, I'm going to discuss about the contract which we normally do before placing an order with the supplier. Let me just share my screen and let's move ahead with the order. Okay, so this is the contract basically which we do with the supplier. Whenever we choose a supplier, we do take precautions. So we need to be 100% sure that there won't be any issue in future. So we do have a small contract and in which we add a lot of stuff in that, so we can be 100% sure that the supplier is not going to run or not going to fulfill the quality, because we do go for an inspection as well, right? So this is the contract between the manufacturer, of course, the factory name and all this stuff, and the product name, and the you need to add yourself here as well, buyer and the supplier name. And we're going to add the supplier details and then our company details and then the date. Of course, it depends on the number of units, whatever you're going with. And we do go with 30 to 70%. We do pay 30% upfront. And when the whole inventory is completed, but if we have done this, contract, so we do go for an inspection. And if the inspection fails, the supplier needs to fix the units, and then from there they need to pay for an inspection again. And this is what we have mentioned in the contract, right? So we are going to add every single detail here, the values, the quantity, the specifications of the product packaging. Of course, Amazon don't accept any carton bigger than 25 by 25 by 25 inches, sorry. So we need to make sure, because some suppliers do pack our units in the bigger carton and Amazon don't accept that, and you cannot make carton labels on those. So you need to be very much precise and you need to tell these details to suppliers before you place an order. So you're going to add everything. Of course, our mode of payment is going to be Alibaba Trade Assurance. This is our, EXW price is going to be different because your product is of course going to be different. And you need to discuss the manufacturing time with supplier. The lesser it is, the better it is, right? The higher the manufacturing time, if the manufacturing time is 30-40 days, so that means 40 days plus 60 days or 50 days for the shipment, which is going to be more than 90 days in lead time. Now this is going to be 30 and 70, but normally we can go for 20-80%, like 20% upfront and 80% remaining. Or I have worked with suppliers in which pay 10% upfront and I pay 90% when the inventory is completed. Or we can do the 30-day net trade as well. Like whenever the inventory is completed and they can ship, and after 30 days I can pay, right? So it totally depends on how you communicate with suppliers. But of course, you need to have a very strong relationship with the supplier. And that is going to be when you're going to order again and again. For example, in the third order, you can say, okay, let's just move with 10% upfront and I'll pay you 90% whenever the inventory is going to be completed. And that is how you can deal with your suppliers. And there are all the details in this contract. If the units are going to be 1%, more than 1% affected, the supplier is going to be responsible for that, and they are going to replace the units and they're going to go for the free inspection again. They're going to pay for the inspection. Initially we need to pay for the inspection, but later on if the inspection fails, so they need to fulfill the inspection. And if you're going to send this contract, this is going to be very reliable, and you can read this contract. I'll attach this contract as well, so you can read and you can see, okay, this is the safest contract which can keep you safe from Alibaba. And even later on, if there are some issues in your product, you can simply show this to Alibaba Trade Assurance and they are going to help you get the refund as well. And at the end, of course, I just skipped this point, that you need to tell them that we're going to send the goods to Amazon, and FNSKU is the item label and the carton labels are different, right? So they need to paste FNSKU on each unit, and then they need to paste the carton labels on the outer boxes. And at the end, you need to just sign your, do your signature, name and all this stuff, and just send these to supplier, and they're going to fill their information here and then going to send them back. And make sure that you have this on Alibaba. They send you back on Alibaba. So there will be an surety that you're not dealing outside of Alibaba. You can communicate outside of Alibaba on WeChat, but make sure you have this contract sent on both on Alibaba and receive on Alibaba as well. So yeah, this is going to be the contract before placing an order, and make sure you fill this contract, you send this to supplier, you get them back from supplier, and then you can place an order with the supplier. And this is the safest method, and I hope this is going to help you. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.